Okie dokie.
What's that?
Okie dokie.
Okie dokie. Is it gonna be heavy or light?
Light.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can use a light.
Because it's going to be technical.
Technical? Okay.
Technical. All right, folks, we're going to do some lateral swinging. The full workout is in the description, so make sure you got that in front of you. And each exercise is going to be 3 minutes long, 30 seconds per side. There's one exercise, though, that's going to be bilateral, so we're going to do 30 seconds on, 30 seconds off. Hey, hey, hey. Morning. Is it morning? Not technically. Alright. Kettlebells. Where do I put this? Okay. Pardon moi? She's out on the floor. Yeah. So we'll see if anyone else shows up in the next couple of minutes here. Whoa. There she goes. Okay, so one more minute. We're gonna wait, and then we're gonna get started. So we're doing lateral swing stuff today. So that means the bell is moving from side to side, not through the legs. Interesting. So there is a high probability of knee injury today. So make sure you keep those knees out of the way. Let me show you how the basic pattern is going to look. So it's probably easiest just to start by standing up with the bell and then start swinging that from side to side with your arm, and then you're going to sit back as it moves across, and you're going to drive hard through your feet to stand up to swing that bell to the side. And we're going to do all manner of variation of, so right now, Marie, you've got a little bit backwards, so we're not going to sit back when it goes out here. We need to sit back as it moves across the body. So across the body is when we sit back. And then when we stand up, that's when we're going to send it out. Same as with the normal swing. So when the arm comes across, that's effectively a downward swing. And that's when we push the hips back. And then when we stand up, that's what's sending it up and away. There we go. That's what we want. Okay, so we are going to start with the side swings. We're going to do 30 seconds an arm. So we'll go 30, 30, 30, 30, 30, 30. So that's 3 times through, 3 minutes. And then we'll break, and then we'll jump to the next exercise. Every exercise is going to be 30, 30, 30, 30, 30, 30, break. With the exception of one exercise, which is going to be 30 seconds on, 30 seconds off. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 exercises to get through. So we got to blast through this. Okay, are you guys ready? We're going to start in 20 seconds. We're going to start with those lateral swings. And the best tip I can give you here is load and explode, right? Just load up through the legs and then push hard. Stand is...
How wide are the legs?
Huh?
How wide will the legs be?
They should be narrow-ish. Well, it shouldn't feel weird Don't make it weird, Marie.
Okay.
So basically jumping stance. So feet are going to be like sort of hip width, as we might say, or shoulder width, but it shouldn't be wider than the shoulders. That's just going to start to feel awkward. Okay, starting in 10 seconds. So grab your bell, and we can start getting a little bit of momentum going, and then you're going to match your hip movement with the bell. Okay, timer's going. So we got to load and explode. So we're sitting and standing, sitting and standing. We are not twisting. Very important distinction. You are not actively turning your torso. All you're doing is sitting and standing, sitting and standing. So that means shoulders and eyes square to the wall in front of you. Okay, we're going to switch arms. Make sure you're sitting back and pulling those knees out of the way. Load and drive, load and drive. Okay, switch arms. Back to that first side. Sit and stand, sit and stand. Keep eyes and shoulders square, mostly. Okay, switch arms. Okay, switching back. Last time through. And switch. Woo! Almost lost it there. That could have been awful. We'd have to buy a new eVolt body scanner. I'm pretty sure if I let go of this kettlebell, it goes straight through the wall into the bathroom. Load and drive, load and drive. One more. And that's good. Brutal. Swings are the simplest pattern, but they are the hardest because there's no rest. Everything's just happening in rapid succession. We're always moving. So if we can build good endurance with the swings, everything else is pie. Okay, so we're going to do a lateral swing to a pull, which basically just means that we're just going to tuck that elbow in at the top. So, demonstration. Tuck, back out. Tuck, and back out. Tuck, and back out. So, once you hit that free float to the side, you're going to tuck in and then feed back out as you enter your backswing. So it's going to be analogous to our kettlebell high pull, which looks something like this. So same kind of idea, only it's to the side. Okay, starting in 20 seconds. 15 seconds. 5 seconds. Grab your bell, get some momentum. Okay, here we go. Pop up, tuck. Pop up, tuck. Switch. Everyone's probably on their non-dominant side, so this is probably looking really interesting. Make sure you're leading with the elbow. So we're trying to tuck that elbow in. We're not just trying to pull on the handle. Okay, switch. Back to that first side. Switch. Switch. Last time through. Sit back, pop up. Sit back, pop up. Remember, we're not twisting. All we're doing is sitting and standing, sitting and standing. Switch. Make sure you're not pulling the bell across your body. The bell will swing there on its own. If you follow with it, you're going to throw yourself off balance and it won't feel right. So when the bell swings across, we actually want to be leaning in the opposite direction, not trying to drag it across. Almost there. Okay, that's good. All right, so let's review that concept one more time. So, we've loaded through the legs, and we've popped up. Remember, legs and hips do the driving, so what they're doing is important. Nothing else matters. We load, drive, load, drive, load, drive. That is literally all you are thinking about doing. The bell is swinging wherever the hell it wants to swing on its own. Once we start pulling it across and pulling it across and pulling it across, that's when we're not doing it correctly. The arm just wants to swing, let it swing. So when we sit back, we're letting it swing through, and we're actually trying to resist that pull to that side by staying square and leaning in the opposite direction. We want to lean in that opposite direction. So, hope we can see the feet here. When it comes across, right, leaning in the opposite direction. And then similarly, when I pop up and it swings out this way, it wants to take me that way, and I'm actually going to lean in the opposite direction so that we maintain that counterbalance, right? Okay, next one, lateral cleans. So it's just an extension of that last one. So we're just pulling it into the rack. Swing across, pull into the rack. Get that tight, tight connection. Drop out, clean. Drop out, clean. Leaning away, right? Leaning away. I gotta chalk my mitts here a little bit so I don't send that bell flying. Okay, starting in 10 seconds. Grab your bell. Okay, timer's going. Settle into the rack, and then dump out. Settle into the rack, and then dump out. Remember, we got to stand up with some force. You got to really push through your feet and pop up. Keep that elbow close as you drop out. Okay, we're going to switch sides. And just remember, wherever the bell wants to go, you got to lean in the opposite direction. So we find that counterbalance. Okay, switching sides. Second time through. And switch sides. Remember, we sit back and push hard. Sit back and then push through those feet. Sit, stand, sit, stand. Switch, last time through. And switch, last arm. And time. Good. Okay, moving on. Pistol cleans. This is going to be a little similar to our swing pull, but we're actually going to try to lock into a bottoms up kettlebell position. Starting in 15 seconds. So here's what it looks like. Okay, so we're trying to lock it in. So chalk is really going to be your friend on this one. Okay, here we go. Make sure you're tucking that elbow in and connecting to the body. That's where you're going to find that stability. Let's switch sides. Make sure you're tucking that elbow in, connect it to your body. Try to lock in, find that stability. Switch sides, second time through. Switch sides. Looking good, you guys. Keep it up. Load and explode. Sit back, pop up. Sit back, pop up. Switch sides. Last time through. Starts with the feet. Drive through the legs. Never forget where that power is coming from. Legs and hips, legs and hips. We want to send that bell out, guide it in. Switch, last arm. Make sure you're finding that counterbalance. I want you to keep those eyes forward on your backswing. Keep your eyes forward. And that's good. Okay, circular cleans. We are throwing a curveball in this one. So, easiest thing to do here is going to be just to start in the rack. We're actually going to cross over this way. So on this one, there's not actually going to be any hinging really being done. We're literally just going to let the arms swing from one side to the other. So follow along. Here we go. Dump out and guide it along. And we are going to pivot on this one to guide that bell along. So I'm going to pivot this way, dump it out, pivot the other way, and then square up. So utilizing the pivot, no hinging on this one. Okay, switch arms. Remember, we need to lean away from the bell. Lean away from the bell to get that counterbalance. Okay, switch sides. Okay, switch sides. Feel like I'm getting a little close to that wall. And switch sides last time through. And switching sides, last arm. And that's good. Rest for 30. Moving right along. Circular sneaky cleans. Okay, this one is going to be 30 seconds on, 30 seconds off. I've only done this once before. Seemed like a good idea at the time. Okay, so we're coming across, but when we come back in, I'm going to get you to rack it on the other side. What do you think? Give it a try? Okay, starting in 3, 2, 1, here we go. Make sure you're not on your hardwood floors. Whoa! This one's a little funky. Okay, rest for 30. We'll do 2 more sets.
I've already banged my knees a few times.
Me too. Five seconds. Okay, here we go. Ah. And rest for 30. We got one more. Ten seconds. Okay, last time through. Here we go. Ah! I feel like I'm getting worse at this. And that's time. All right, that was precarious. Okay, lateral half snatch. So, lateral swing, all the way up to the top, halfway down, and dump out. So, bring this guy up a little bit. So, cross. Okay, so 30 seconds aside. And here we go. Halfway down and dump out. Big push through the foot on this one. We need enough steam to get that bell up there. Open that hand up and just feed it through the handle. Okay, switch. And switch. And switch. And switch. Remember, don't drag that bell across. Do not drag the bell across your body. And switch, last arm. And time. Okay, we are almost there. So we got lateral snatches, lateral clean lunge, and then lateral hold, lateral swing to hold and squat. It's a mouthful. Okay, so we're doing the full snatch this time. Starting in 15 seconds. So it's all the way up, all the way down. Watch out for those knees. Okay, here we go. Big drive, big drive, big drive. Okay, switching arms. Switch. Back to that first side. Switch sides. Load and explode. Big drive. Last time through, switch sides. And switch sides. Big push. One more. Okay, that's good. Take a breather. Okay. Lateral clean lunge. We're just going to do 2 minutes on this one, so 30 seconds per side twice through, because I want to get to the lateral swing to hold and squat as well. Okay. So, let's tip this down a little bit. So I'm going to step back, or hang on. Yeah, okay. So you might think that what we're doing is a side swing to a back step lunge. What we're actually going to do is swing in the lunge and then stand and clean. Swing, lunge, stand and clean. So in 5 seconds, follow along. Okay, lunge, let it drop through. So it's only crossing over modestly. And pop up. Okay, we're going to switch sides. Switch sides. Stay nice and tall with the chest. We're really walking that tightrope on that lunge. Fairly narrow stance. Okay, swing through and switch. Last arm. Couple more. One more. Okay. We got one more to go. We're going to do a lateral swing to hold and squat. This is going to require a fancy dancy pivot. So, lateral swing. I'm going to pivot to the side and stop the bell in our usual hold position. Squat. Pivot back to my swing. Hold, squat, pivot back. Okay, 30 seconds starts now. Watch out for those knees. Okay, we're going to switch sides. One more. Okay, switch sides. Last time on this side. Okay, switch sides, last side. Almost there. One more. And time. Oh, good stuff. Alrighty then.
That was great.
Wasn't it though? Yeah. Okay. As soon as the blood gets back to my brain here. All right, what's today? Thursday? Right. All right, so next kettlebell class, Saturday 9.
All right.
Yeah. And we'll see you guys then.
See you later. Bye.
See ya. All right, thanks for joining us, guys. Catch you at the next one.